And today marks 5 years since George Floyd was murdered by a former Minneapolis police officer. His death sparking protests around the city, the country, and the world, igniting calls for change. Now the Minneapolis community is gathering to remember the impact of that day, the progress that's been made, and what still needs to be done. Rhea Kadene has more.
As the world marks 5 years since George Floyd was murdered, people here in Minneapolis are coming together not only to reflect on what's led up to this point, but to continue fighting for a better future.
And I say to myself, how did we get here? Why are we here? When do we get away from all of this?
100 pairs of shoes, most of them belonging to people who've lost their lives to gun violence or police brutality, line Chicago Avenue at George Floyd Square. As the founder of the Walk a Mile in Our Shoes Foundation, Tracy Washington from Florida says she brought the memorial to Minneapolis to honor the memory of George Floyd and many others, including her own son.
They took my son away, but they didn't take his mother. And I am a strong voice.
Good morning, everybody.
A strong voice joined by many others, also expressing their grief and hopes on this somber day.
Sometimes you just have to put respect on it to kind of wake everybody up, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
We have to stay engaged to make change and demand change. I will remain in prayer.
Leaning not only on faith
and protest,
but also on one another to keep fighting for a better future.
Until we get change, we are not free. We're not free until all of us are free.
And Floyd's death also sparking action here in the Charlotte area throughout protests and calls for change within the city and state government. This weekend, we caught up with Pastor C.T. Kirk, who leads the Sanctuary of Life Outreach Center in Rock Hill. He led a march in the aftermath of Floyd's death in Rock Hill, reflecting on the work that's been done so far to help improve community and police relationships.
From that march, we were able to launch the Citizens Review Board in Rock Hill that gives us a transparent look at the policing in Rock Hill. And so it sparked the movement. You saw people started working together, people coming across the lines and started working together. And it was really a positive push forward from something that we were trying to do probably 10 years ago in getting a Citizens Review Board.
We also heard from George Floyd's uncle last week inside our Impact News stream on WCNC+. Be sure to download the app for more in-depth coverage like this. It's a free download on your favorite streaming device.